Now, for the past 15 years, I have been a landlord, a realtor, and a real estate investor. Now, today I'm going to cover 9 topics that will get you into the right path to obtain investment property and properties. Topics 8 and 9 will help you make the most money. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Everything Real Estate. My name is Tim Mangad, CIR Realty. Now, today I've got an informative video for all of you real estate investors out there. Now, whether you're brand new or just dipping your toes, this video is going to get you started with real estate investing in the world-class city of Calgary. Now, topic 1 is mindset. So important. Mindset of a real estate investor. I'm going to be borrowing Warren Buffett's quotes. Warren Buffett is the greatest investor that ever lived. He's probably the second or third richest man alive. Now, I'm going to use his quotes, just basically summarize what his mindset is. Quote 1. Our holding period is forever. Quote 2, the real estate market is a device for transferring inpatient to the patient. Quote 3, nobody buys a farm based on whether they think it's going to rain next year. The real estate market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. Now, somebody is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. No matter how great the talent or efforts, some things just take time. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. Now, my last quote, which is one of my favorites, is be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. This is probably the most important quote as well. Basically, you're a contrarian, as they call it. In a nutshell, be patient and also do your diligence as well. Now, topic 2 is we're going to talk about researching the market. Now, topic 2 is research the market. This will take you the longest time. One of the key things to remember is to think slow, act fast. Research in the market is where you're thinking slow. You're taking your time. And then when you do see a good property, you'll know to act fast. Thinking slow is basically researching all of Calgary. Now, basically, you've decided to invest in Calgary for real estate, for whatever reason. What you're going to do is basically look at all the properties available. Don't worry about the price or what kind of return you're getting. Just know the market. Contact me directly if you want to basically set up a consulting interview. Now, researching the market implies what kind of properties are available and also research what kind of tenants, what's your tenant profile. Also research what kind of things you're willing to do, property maintenance, and also tenant profile. Now, tenant profile and property maintenance almost go hand in hand. You can get higher cash flow properties, but you got to realize maybe the tenant, it'll be a higher maintenance tenant. Or you could decide to go with a newer property where there'd be lower maintenance, better tenant profile, cash flow may be lower. So that's something that you need to consider before you purchase an investment property. All right, next topic is income. You basically, before you buy any investment property, take a look at what income what properties will generate. Let's start with the very basic basement suite. In Calgary, it'll be in the range from $1,200 to $2,000, depending on the area and again, the tenant profile. Now, above that upper house, the main floor, it's going for the $1,600 to $2,500. Again, depending on area and tenant profile. After that, which is the most popular probably investment right now, row townhouses, that should get you around $1,800 to $2,600 with no condo fees. After that, you've got duplexes and fourplexes. These are very popular because they're 4 units each, the fourplexes, and they're residential mortgage. Total, you're getting around $5,000 to $8,000. Greater than 6 units, you're doing commercial properties, 6, 8, 10, 12 units. Those kind of incomes, basically you're getting, I would say almost like over $1,500 to $1,800 per unit. You got to try to remember that each unit, no matter what it is, basement suite, upper level, or anything like that, it's going to cost you about $250,000. So, for example, if you buy a house, your upper and lower is going to be around $500,000, 250 each, upper and lower. Now, topic 4 is the expenses of an investment property. Obviously, the first most expense, if you want to consider expense or financing, is the mortgage. Typically, banks like to see 20% down on investment property. Also, you want to try to put that down to avoid CMHC fees. The big point after that is your lawyer costs, which would be $1,200 to $1,400 to purchase it. After that, you're going to have monthly expenses of property tax, insurance, as well as miscellaneous and renovation. We start to have a reserve fund of, let's say, even 4 to 5% of the revenue. So when a big item does come up that needs to be repaired, you will have the funds to repair it. And that won't be such a big financial stress on you as well. All right. Is market trends. What's happening in Calgary 2024? What's the most attractive investments that people are gearing towards? Really comes down to your cash and how much you have money to invest. What I mean to invest is not to flip or speculate, truly invest. This is the big item, like I said before. Investment is a long-term game. Therefore, any property you're buying you're going to hold it on for at least 5 years or don't even bother looking at it. Right now, for the first time, condos are becoming an investment. Mainly the reason why is Calgary's shifting over from not single-family homes, which a large percentage of people lived in, we're actually shifting into condos, townhomes, and detached homes. Detached homes are too expensive now to move in into. That's the big trend there. People with larger sort of budget, between $400,000 to $600,000, definitely the fourplexes. This has always been very popular for people with a good income. Reason being is that you get actually 4 units and it's a residential mortgage. You don't have to apply for a commercial mortgage, which is a lot easier to get. All right. The other market trend is the CMHC MLI Select financing. This is massive for multifamily, anything above 6 units. The reason why it's so good is they're giving you amortization over 50 years at basically 90% loan to value, meaning you only have to put 10% down. This has been a massive, that's why you're seeing so many rental buildings getting built. They're getting heavily financed by CMHC. Now, the other thing that's pretty good is just determining the ROI, return on investment. I use a website called calculator.net that has all the real estate. It has actually a lot of calculators. And there, what I do is I just type in here, real estate calculator. And I just go down here, rental property calculator. Okay, now this is a scenario where I'm looking at buying an investment property at $500,000, 20% down, $100,000, roughly $125,000. Right now, the interest rates are 5.89, amortized over 25 years, and roughly closing costs is like lawyers and miscellaneous. If I put that at $2,000, that should cover it. Do I need any repairs? Not for this one here. Property tax for a property that's $500,000 is around $3,500 in Calgary. Insurance will be about $1,800. Homeowner association, that's what that stands for. There's nothing there. So I don't have to put anything there. Maintenance is just something I just put in, like a reserve fund. Every year, I'm going to put in $2,000. Some years I'll spend it, some years I won't. All right, so that's the mortgage. Our rent is going to be $1,800 upstairs, $1,600. So give me a total of $3,400. And roughly, I'll just put it at inflation, 2%. Garage, I've got it rented out $250. Vacancy rate, I put at 0 because really it should never be vacant. All right, value, I'm going to put it down, lower it. I'm going to hold it for 5 years and then decide. Closing shot, 3%. So there I have it. All the information that will calculate me the return on investment when I put down the down payment. Okay, calculate. There we go. Now, what it's saying is that after 5 years of the money I've invested, that's basically the down payment, my profit should be I should take out $100,000 after 5 years. Cash on cash, you basically double your money. Okay? That's a cap rate of 7%. Anytime you double your money, cap rate's going to be 7%. If you want your money doubled, you put the cap rate at 7%. That's the main thing there. Now, if you look at expenses monthly and yearly, the key thing here is every year you're cash flowing five grand. The other thing that you're doing is down here, if you notice, you're reducing your mortgage, okay, your mortgage amount here. And so you're building equity, as they call it. Okay, simple as that. And that's it. That's how best way to calculate ROI. Again, if you have any questions, just contact me directly. All right, last two topics, property management and tenant management, are very important. They're going to help and make or break your investment process. Now, the way you treat your property is the way tenants are going to treat your property. So if you're able to maintain your property in a very nice, clean environment, that's why your tenants will most likely do it as well. Now, property management basically means maintaining the property in a good fashion where there's very little breakdown. Obviously, when you bought the property, there's a property inspection that was done and they told you the condition of the property. They didn't tell you where it was going to get fixed. They just told you the condition and the lifespan of the items. Major expense items are your roof. If it's tar shingle, it might be anywhere from $10,000 to $40,000. The other thing is the furnace, hot water tank. That's the major items, the big items, and obviously appliances as well. Now, you're going to eventually replace this. That's why you always have a reserve fund study. It's over 10 years. You're going to put away so much every month, every year. So when it does come time to replace these items, you've got the money and you don't have to use your credit card. All right. So that's property management. Next, we're going to talk about tenant management. All right. If you've been with me so far, I really appreciate it. And I think it's valuable information I'm giving to you. And obviously, this is just a general information. Any more information, detail you want, please take a look at my previous videos. I explain a lot more detail in every topic I've covered. And also, you can contact me directly. And tenant management is really, you select the right tenant based on the property you're renting. You're not going to expect good clients or really, and paying clients if you bought a property that is not quite in the neighborhood that caters to higher end people. So that's very important to know that. That tenant obviously starts with the application. You're going to review the application, which is a pretty easy process. You sign the lease and bang, they go in. Management of the tenants is key. Really, it's communication and ensuring their needs are met. Don't forget, your tenants are your clients. They are paying down your mortgage. The more you communicate with them, the more you basically treat them as clients instead of tenants, the better you will have a relationship. And I'm sure it'll be a better overall investment feeling for you.